Hello, everybody, and welcome to the wildfire. Or sorry, I apologize about that. I forget what the thing is. The Wildfire Photography 125. I had it up and then I put it away and forgot where it was and messed up the intro. So sorry about that, guys. But welcome to the Wildfire Photography 125 here from South Boston Speedway. I am Zach Wetstein. I'm here with Jeff Paisley. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing good tonight. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're on a track less than a half mile. So a lot of close, tight racing tonight. We're going to see the leader be around some lap traffic most of the race. Even starting off early in the race, with it being such a short track, the guys in the back that are slower than the leader are just going to have to run their line, and the leader will have to find his way around the lapped traffic. As we are qualifying right now, so we'll go ahead and pull up some guys qualifying. And while we do, Jeff, um, you know, with it being zero point 0.3 miles of a track, what are you looking for tonight in the racing?
I think there'll be a lot of close racing tonight. There's some really fast guys out there. Going to have to watch out for some spinners, I think.
Yeah, it can get really loose off the corner, out of the exit of the turns 2 and 4. It can get really loose on these guys, so they're going to have to definitely have good throttle control and make sure to not spin it out in front of other cars, because if you spin it out in front of the pack, it's going to cause a lot of carnages. If we're looking at Tanner Marr right now, nice Christmas scheme on that 4 vehicle. He's got candy canes as his number, and now he's going to spin it into the inside wall.
Ooh, that gotta hurt.
Jason Warren qualifying. That's going to put Tanner Marr in the 6th position currently. And Jason Warren qualifying up on the pole spot. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, he's super fast in these cars.
Lance Sponberg going out, and looks like he's done with qualifying now. He's qualified 11th. Keith Thurst, I think he's done as well. Tyler Johnson out on track, coming to complete his first lap. And that first lap will put him in the pole spot. So Tyler Johnson to the pole over Jason Warren. Barely over him for that pole spot, but he gets it. Currently, Tyler Johnson running a 14.49. Jason Warren a 14.51. So very close in the times.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see that. Jason was super fast in practices.
Yeah, you kind of just don't expect Jason Warren to, you kind of expect him to get the pole spot every time. And, well, that's just not reality, obviously. And he's going to have to start at least second from tonight's race. Now on with Keith Lichtenwalner. Going to make contact with that outside wall, so this lap will not count. And with the damage model on this super late model being updated, you're going to see these cars, if they make heavy contact, you might see those tires come off of the car.
Yeah, I got to see that when I was practicing this track earlier.
As Keith Lichtenwalner qualifies 14th. And tonight we have a 20-car show. It looks like 4 have yet to qualify. We'll see if they do soon. But while we wait to see if they do, we'll go ahead and pull up your championship standings for this Thunderstruck Super Series. Jason Warren currently leading in the points by, it looks like, 26 points. So yeah, Jason Warren leading 26 points over Josh Oswald. So Decently sized gap there, but second on back. It's a tight battle between Josh Oswald, Michael Swink, and Aaron Ward in that second, third, and fourth position in the championship standings. And then it falls off a little bit more and more as you go down the board. Jason Warren with a comfortable lead, though, so far in this season. And we'll go ahead and pull up your schedule later on. We'll show you what's coming up for this series. But for now, we got cars on the grid. So we're going to go ahead and pull up your grid for the race tonight. On the pole spot, Tyler Johnson with a 14.490. Close second, Jason Warren. Joshua Sexton qualifying third. Scotty Stevens fourth. Shannon Wilder qualifying fifth. Riley Duncan sixth. Tanner Mars seventh. Josh Oswald eighth. Mickey Isaac ninth. And Chud Bassett rounding out the top 10. Sam Wetstein qualifying 11th. 12th, Michael Swink. 13th is Chris Malcolm. Keith Lichtenwalder 14th. Lance Sponberg 15th. Keith Thurst qualifying 16th. Eric T. Lake 17th. Dave Wittstruck qualifying 18th. 19th is Aaron Ward. And rounding out the field, Brandon Metler in the 20th position.
It looks like it's going to be quite the race. There's some really fast guys up front, and we'll see if they can stay there. It'll depend on how everything goes with their setups, I think.
Yeah, we're going to find out who has the best long-run car tonight. If we can get enough green flag laps, that can be tough around this track, especially with 20 cars. It's going to be tough to get, for these guys to not make contact with each other eventually. And when you make contact, if it's enough, it can cause a caution. So we're going to see just how many green flag laps we're able to maintain tonight as these guys are about to get ready to roll off.
I'm really excited about this race. This is great.
Yeah, a lot of close times in qualifying as well up here. So Tyler Johnson, Jason Warren qualifying top 2, but Scotty Stevens, Joshua Sexton right behind him. So the winner of this race definitely has not been decided yet. Just from qualifying laps, as you saw, the top 2 were barely separated. I think 3/1000ths of a second, and like I mentioned, third and fourth in a close second to them in terms of times. So we're about to figure out who can lead early on, but we're going to figure out soon maybe who has the best car.
I think that there's some guys out here that are going to surprise us also, that maybe qualified a little bit farther back. They messed up a lap or whatnot, but I think they'll be moving to the front. But it's tight quarters.
Yeah, very tight quarters, tough to pass here. So if we do see some passes here tonight without a little bit of contact, I think that's a win for whoever makes that pass. That's just like any other short track. It's going to be tough to pass without contact. Green flag is out. Tyler Johnson is able to edge out Jason Warren going into turn 1. Those two are clear side by side for the third position. Joshua Sexton on the inside. Scotty Stevens going to have to fall back to that 4th position.
Ooh, the 2's getting loose.
Oh, looks like we have a wreck out on track. Shannon Wilder. Caution is out. We're going to go see what happened here. Oh, it looks like the 2 in front of him is what caused it.
Yeah, I saw the 2 starting to get loose coming out of the corner, and it looks like they stacked in. Oh, got a wreck under caution.
2 gets loose, and Shannon Wilder nowhere to go. A lot of right front damage to that car.
Yeah, it looks like the 2 didn't realize that the 24 was out there and came up in front of Sam and wrecked under caution.
Well, that is never good. I reckon under caution. As we're going to see probably only Shannon, I would imagine, to pit road. Maybe Shannon thinks with it being such a short track, that right front damage might not be too bad. But as you see there, it does look like, yep, Shannon Wilder in the pits. And with how small this track is, going to pits, you're going to go a lap down most likely. Unless...
Yeah, aero's not nearly as important on these tracks, but, it will still slow you down a bit. It'll
Yeah,
change
so
the handling of the car.
yep, so he's going to go get that fixed up, it looks like, as well, with him. Dave Whitstruck down pit road. Oh, and those two just stopping at the exit of pit road. I mean, as you see there on screen, we just saw the whole pack go by, and they're already coming back around to the camera once again. So that is just how short laps are around here, even under caution.
Yeah, I'm not sure you could even take 4 tires and not go down a lap on this track.
Yeah, their last lap was a 33 here under caution, and that, I mean, that's going like 50 miles per hour maybe. So that just shows how short this track really is. Well, early on,
Yeah.
Tyler Johnson able to stay out front, not letting Jason Warren take that outside on him, and I think it's going to be tough for anyone to pass on the outside here.
Yeah, I never have much luck passing on the outside on this track. Could do it in the modifieds a little bit, but I'm not sure the late models are really stable on the outside as much.
Yeah, a little too fast and a little too unstable on the outside to make it happen, but we're going to see if guys like Jason Warren or the 97 of Riley Duncan are able to make it happen on this next restart. Jason Warren definitely going to get down to that inside. And the 97, like I mentioned, Riley Duncan on the outside of now Jason Warren for the second position. Not going to be able to do it. And he's going to... Oh, contact between the two. Riley Duncan. And we are wrecking once again here at South Boston Speedway. Big carnage.
Oh, and they're still piling in together, man. That's crazy. And that's one of the guys that we thought would have a big chance at winning.
Aaron Ward there, who got a lot of damage. He was behind that wreck. So it looked like the 97 of Tyler Duncan just, bumped him by accident, bumped Jason Warren, and spun him around. Go check out what happened.
Yeah, these guys are going. It's a little early to be beating and banging.
Yeah, it's that right rear quarter panel. Nowhere to go for Sexton, and they just keep piling up. I think that was 6 or 7 cars involved in that.
Yeah, a lot of sliding on these tires. Couldn't get stopped, get woed up in time.
And the second caution of tonight's race has come out. Early carnage here at South Boston Speedway. You see a lot of damage on the front end of that 32 machine, Jason Warren, but he's going to stay out. Like you mentioned, aero not as important, so we're going to see how much that damage affects him. And not Tyler, sorry. I said Tyler, I meant Riley Duncan. But yeah, Riley Duncan, just a little bit of contact to that right rear of Jason Warren, and just like that, spinning him around and collecting 5 or 6 more cars. And that's how easily that many cars can get caught up here at South Boston.
Yeah, it happens so quick, and there's just not enough time to put the brakes on.
Yeah, and even if you do put the brakes on, like you mentioned, you can slide around, and because those tires are struggling for grip when you're under brake that hard, and you can slide right into the wreck anyways. So sometimes just nowhere to go, and you literally can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it looks like Jason Warren's got a lot of damage on that car. I'm surprised he's not going into the pits. I'm wondering about his motor and everything.
Yeah, all sides of that car are kind of jangled up a little bit. Front end, back end, right, left. I think actually the back end's the only clean part right now.
Yeah, he got turned around, so that was the only safe part of the car.
As lights are out on the pace car, Tyler Johnson once again leading the pack around turn 4. Joshua Sexton on his outside. Green flag is out. And another great jump from that 5 car. We're going to see if everybody behind him can keep it clean and keep it green, as 4 of Tanner Marr able to make a pass for 3rd. Josh Oswald. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I think as the cautions came out, people are going to start calming down a little bit.
Yeah, we've gotten it mainly single filed out now, so I think everybody's kind of got it figured out here.
Yeah, I got to run some laps off. Nobody's going to make it if they don't.
Yeah, and Tyler Johnson now under a little bit of heat from Joshua Sexton for the lead spot. It's going to be difficult. We're going to see if Joshua Sexton... Oh, in the wall. Tyler Johnson messes up that right side a little bit, able to keep it straight. I was going to say, if we can see Joshua Sexton get to the back bumper of Tyler Johnson, see what he can do to make a clean pass.
Jason Warren's flying up through the field with his damaged car.
Yeah, Jason Warren, you just see there in front of Shannon Wilder and Keith Thirst, I believe, currently in the 12th position. So it even shows, I mean, it could also be the damage, but even a fast guy like him, it's just tough to get to pass people around here.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him now.
And still a battle going on for the lead right now. Joshua Sexton just stuck behind the 5 car right now. Just nowhere to go. And right behind him, Tanner Marr. They're all kind of in the same predicament right now.
Tanner was having a good run last week and then got up into the wall at the end. I think I bumped him a little bit and he went straight up into the wall.
Yeah, Tanner Marr is definitely shown to be fast in this series. And showing it right now in that 3rd position, right behind Joshua Sexton. And here comes lap traffic. We mentioned, oh, in the wall in the 98. Dave Whitstruck or not Dave Whitstruck, sorry, I thought it was the 98. Who was that?
I thought it was 98.
I swore I saw 98.
It was the monster car.
Yeah, I'm struggling to... yeah, I'm struggling to find it, and I think we're still green, so... we'll have to maybe visit that later.
It's 86. Lance Sponberg.
Lance Sponberg spinning around, and I guess he kept it off the leaders. It looks like all these top 3 are clean. A little bit of right front damage on Tanner Marr, but I think that might have been from the Jason Warren wreck. I'm not sure. So thankfully, even though we spun out, these top 3 able to keep it straight and keep their cars at least semi-clean right now.
Yeah, they're racing really hard back in the 10th, 11th, 12th positions.
Yeah, Jason Warren up to the 10th position. Dave Whitstruck in the wall. He's able to keep it straight. Oh, and it looks like Shannon Wilder might have been wrecking there. Yep, Shannon Wilder.
Going around now.
Shannon Wilder and the 14 get together. The 14 of Chris Malcolm. Those 2 cars get together, and Chris Malcolm pays the price for it.
They were all racing so hard, it was a wreck just waiting to happen. They held it pretty good for a while.
As Shannon Wilder gets into the right or left side of the 14, and a lot of damage there to Dave Whitstruck, and I can't tell who the other car was. I think it might have been, no, I'm not sure who it was. It might have been Riley Duncan. Yeah, Riley Duncan. So that's 2 wrecks now Riley Duncan has kind of been a part of tonight. One of them was just a little bit of contact that he made with Jason Warren. Obviously accidental contact, and that one he just had nowhere to go. And it looks like we got cars down pit road. Dave Whitstruck, Chris Malcolm, Lance Sponberg. I don't think that's Dave Whitstruck down pit road. Never mind, sorry.
When things go bad, man, they go bad so quick here. It's hard to believe that anybody can survive on this track.
Yeah, they did a practice in the hosted session, and I went in there, and man, I maybe could make it, but I wouldn't be comfortable. It cannot be comfortable for these guys around here. You're leaving the exit of the turn, and before you can blink, there's turn 3 or turn 1 coming up on you again. Not much time on these straightaways, and another thing, that wall can sneak up to you if you get a little bit too relaxed.
Yeah, definitely. I know Lance Sponberg had that issue, and he's still in the pits trying to get that thing fixed. He's going down the third lap now.
Yeah, there's Lance Sponberg. A lot of damage to that right, just entire front of that car. 32 laps into a 125 lap race. And the lights are off on the pace car once again. Tyler Johnson, Joshua Sexton, your front row. Tanner Marr and Josh Oswald, your second row. And the 2 car of Scotty Stevens running out. Your top 5 pace cars off. And Tyler Johnson's off.
Got to put a heads up for Eric Lake, man. He's probably the biggest mover. 17th tonight so far.
Side by side right now for this 3rd position. Tanner Marr to the inside of Josh Oswald, able to keep that position. Now Josh Oswald having to fight off Scotty Stevens. Going to be able to do it. You mentioned Eric Lake. We're looking here at the 22 car. Up 9 positions, like you mentioned. Biggest mover of the night. And he's looking to take that 7th spot away from Chud Bassett.
Yeah, that car is sweet looking, and it's sweet moving.
Yeah, he's looking to the inside of Chud. He's going to be able to get there. See if he's able to make the pass. Really good move there by the 22. And right behind him, Jason Moore. And here comes Jason moving through the field once again in the 8th position with that damaged front end car.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem to be hurting him too much. That is one of the best things about short tracks, is the aero doesn't make as much difference.
Yep, now Jason Warren trying to get to Eric Lake here. We just mentioned him. And while Eric Lake is on the move, I think Jason Warren might be on the move a little bit more after getting spun out on one of the first couple of laps of the race.
Yeah, there is something to be said about racing when you're mad, because it'll make you go.
If we go behind Jason Warren here, look at all the cars in front of him right now that one has the opportunity to pass, but that's going to make it even harder to pass when they're lined up like that.
Yeah, those brake rotors are glowing.
Oh, caution's out.
Caution. I didn't see what happened down there.
Oh, 94 of Keith Durst spun around on the front stretch. A lot of front end damage to that car. Looks like he just self-spun on the front stretch.
Yeah, probably got into that inside wall, huh?
Here with the 94. Gets loose on exit and big contact to the inside wall, bringing out our 3rd caution of the race.
Yeah, I'm all too familiar with that one here at this track.
Yeah, if I ran enough laps, I'd probably get familiar with it too.
I think I've done it in the Legends, in the Modifieds, and in the late models.
Hey, this track's tricky. I'll give it to you. This is one track I wouldn't want to be racing on tonight. And shout out to the guys that showed up tonight, able to show up and do some laps around South Boston. It is not an easy place to race. And I think if we can get some clean green flag laps on this next restart, we'll do a little onboard with Joshua or Tyler Johnson and see just what these laps look like.
Yeah, it'd probably be good to see kind of what Eric and Jason are doing also as they're coming up.
And while we are under caution here, make sure that the lights are still off on the pace car. We'll bring up your schedule for this series just real quick. Tonight, South Boston, 2 races to go after tonight. Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, and then we'll crown a champion at Dover International Speedway. 75 laps at that mile track. A couple of interesting and tricky tracks left on the schedule, but they still have to get through tonight's tricky track first.
Yeah, no doubt. Looking forward to the Nashville one. That ought to be a great race to watch. Dover's usually pretty good too.
Yeah, and if this is your first time watching this series, this is a super late model series built around short tracks. Obviously, you saw one was Charlotte. That was ran last week, which was a lot of fun to watch, but short tracks are just just kind of the staple of racing. And so this series definitely looks to run at as many short tracks as they can. And tonight, South Boston green flag is out. Not even a half-mile track, so it's the definition of a short track.
Without a doubt.
And real quick, we'll go on board here with the leader, Tyler Johnson, just to see what he is having to deal with in that car, what everybody's having to deal with.
He makes it look really smooth.
He really does. He makes it look like he makes it look way easier than I'm explaining it for sure. See him get tight off the turn there, though. Get on the gas a little too early, and that's what's going to happen. So, as you notice, I mean, you're right back into the next turn as soon as you exit to turn 2 or 4. So, just not a lot of time to think about what you're doing. And really, these wrecks can throw these drivers off more than anything else, just because the biggest thing about short tracks is getting into a rhythm. And if you make a mistake, you kind of got to get back into that rhythm. It can be kind of tough.
Yeah, it can definitely throw you off for a few laps if you have the bobble.
And Joshua Sexton once again on the back bumper of our leader, Tyler Johnson, but just not able to do anything with it just yet.
Yeah, and if you have a little bit of a mistake and then guys start getting by you, that'll mess you up even more so.
Yeah, that'll definitely mess with your confidence, and it'll make you think about what you're doing wrong, and you just don't have the time at this track to think about what you're doing wrong. You just kind of got to roll with it, and you know, it's tough to figure out how to fix things once you're on track.
Yeah, it's kind of singled out a little bit towards the back too, so I think everybody's kind of trying to take it easy right at the moment and run off some more laps.
Two guys not taking it easy, Scotty Stevens and Eric Lake, right in front of Jason Warren for the 5th position right now. Those guys have been side by side for multiple laps on end now. Awesome racing between these two drivers, and they are still side by side going into turn 3.
Yeah, that's some great racing right there, man.
And Jason Warren has absolutely nowhere to go right now. And oh, the 22 has a lap car in front of him. That's going to cause a spin. And caution is out. Eric Lake caught a lap car at the worst time possible on... Oh, I thought he was going to hit a car, but that was the pace car.
Oh, man.
But he catches a lap car at the worst time possible.
And Jason Warren snuck right by all of that, and he's up into the top 5 again.
Was it? Yeah, I think it was. We're going to go back live here with the 22 car, and oh, the 86 just really slowing the inside. And I wouldn't really blame the 86. He was it was unfortunate that those two were too wide, because if they weren't too wide, I feel like both drivers would have been able to get by that 86 car without any trouble. But since they were side by side, nowhere to go for the 86. I mean, he couldn't have gone really anywhere else on this track to get out of the way. It was just unfortunate timing for everybody.
Yeah, that was kind of one of those things that circumstances just didn't play in Eric Lake's favor. He was having such a good run. He's showing a lap down now.
Yeah, he got passed by the pace car as he was trying to get the car back around. So unfortunate for Eric. He's going to have to find his way back onto the lead lap.
But I'll tell you, Jason Warren made out on that one because he was able to miss everything and keep on going.
Yeah, you mentioned that. We're going to go take a quick look at that. See what he got through from... We're going to go to his cockpit view, too, just to see what he got through. All right. We are back here on board with Warren behind these guys too wide. Kind of sees it coming, goes high. A little bit of contact. He's the reason. I mean, I'm not blaming it on him, but that's the reason Eric Lake spun around, was just a little bit of contact from Jason. But Jason really nowhere to go. Definitely not blaming that little contact on him. He was checked up. Just unfortunate contact when a guy is already spinning.
Yeah, I think for Jason, that was kind of unavoidable for him at that point.
As we are double file once again, and the top 4 have stayed the same. But like you mentioned, in the top 5 in that 5th position, Jason Warren looking to advance his position even more. Green flag is out. Another great restart from Tyler Johnson. And now Joshua Sexton having to fight off the 4 of Tanner Marr. And Jason Warren currently side by side with Chud Bassett for that 5th position. Going to be able to keep that spot. And caution is out. Chris Malcolm's down pit road. Not sure if it was on him, but he's down pit road.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything for why that happened.
Oh, yeah. Contact between him and the 86. He gets up into the 86, spinning the 86 and himself around, bringing out another caution. Tried not to go down pit road, but was stuck and wasn't able to go anywhere.
Well, Lance has been playing a lot of bumper cars tonight.
And while we're under caution, we'll go ahead and bring up the schedule because I kind of brought it out pretty late last time. But we were mentioning Nashville and Dover, the last 2 tracks. Dover, we will be settling a champion in an entirely different year. So we'll see who's able to pull that off. Right now, the favorite looks like Jason Warren. He's 26 points up, 2 races left. So definitely looking like he's the favorite to win it right now, and he's the one to beat. And I believe Josh Oswald in 2nd. He's currently 3rd at tonight's race right now. So, you know, he definitely wants to win this race to get as many points as possible.
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard to catch up to Jason Warren, but some of these guys are really, really good. And, you know, one bad race can really help with their points chase as well. If Jason had a bad one anyway.
Yeah, it's hard for Jason to have a hard race when you're in these other guys' position. You're like, well, he's 26 points up, and he needs to have a bad race. But it doesn't seem like, even when he has something unfortunate happen to him, he always seems to rebound no matter what. So, I mean, last week he got spun out and he fought back to the 2nd position. So it just always seems when something bad happens to him, he's able to rebound in the same race. So.
Yeah, he got by me on the last lap for that 2nd spot.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for other guys, but it's just the way it is. And Warren does a great job at, like I mentioned, rebounding from bad situations and races. And restarting 5th on this restart. But the top 4, actually, I was going to say the top 4 is the same, but we don't see Tanner Marr in there as the green flag is out. Joshua Sexton off, Tyler Johnson off once again. Joshua Sexton in the 2nd position, fighting off Josh Oswald. Jason Warren making a pass for that 4th position. Top 4 now, looking at the back bumper of the Jet Josh Oswald in the 3rd position.
Yeah, coming back from a hard situation in a race, that's a sign of a real champion.
Especially at a track like this where it's tough to come back from a wreck. And, well, Jason Warren making it happen in that 4th position after being as far back as, I think, 15th or so. And he has not fixed that car yet, so he's doing all of this with a lot of front end damage. Caution is out. See if we can find who this is on.
Yeah, he definitely, it's not slowing him down at all, so he didn't get any engine damage. These things are definitely tough cars.
Any idea who the caution was on?
No, it was back towards the back, I'm not sure. 94 is back there, so yeah, he looks like he might even have a little more damage, but he had hit that inside wall, so I'm not sure.
We'll go check out. It might not be, but we'll check it out to see.
Yeah, he was playing some catch up to the field.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Big wreck, actually, back here. Looks like him and Tanner Marr get together. We're going to check this out. Tanner Marr behind him. Oh, and Tanner Marr just dives in there. Left rear contact. 22, nowhere to go. Eric
Oh,
Lake.
man.
A lot of damage to that car. And then it looks like I think it was the 68 of Keith Lichtenwalner had nowhere to go. He had just kind of had to stop on track there to not make contact.
Yeah, I know that some of these guys can race good up front, but coming up through the field can be a whole different scenario.
See if anybody pits this time by. I doubt we really do unless they have damage that they need to fix. Nope, nobody down pit road.
Tell you what, these laps are going away real quick. There's going to have to be some hard racing coming up here soon.
Yeah, we're past halfway now. I believe we're on lap 70. Yep, 72, so past halfway. This track will definitely tick the laps by pretty quickly. When you're having 30-second caution laps, that's when you know that it's a really short track.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm surprised there's any cars that aren't bent up. In fact, I don't hardly see any that aren't bent up.
Pace car pulls off once again, coming to lap 74 of 125. Tyler Johnson, I keep getting their names mixed up. Another great restart from him, and Jason Warren fighting on the outside of Josh Oswald for the third position. Oh, in contact! Jason Warren going around once again. The 97, a lot of contact, and it's on its roof. Riley Duncan. Oh, and Jason Warren. I think Jason Warren helped Riley Duncan back on his tires there.
That was awfully nice of him.
Huge wreck. Wow. Well, this is going to be a lot to unfold here.
Oh. Looks like the 4 is upside down, Tanner Marr.
Oh, 97 on the inside. Wrecks Jason Warren. A lot of damage to Shannon Wilder. And there he is on his roof. And actually he starts to get it turned around again. And Jason Warren backs up at the same time and flips him over again. And yeah, you mentioned the 4 of Tanner Marr on his roof. Nowhere to go for him, obviously. Oh, and Shannon Wilder almost gets on his roof. We almost had 3 cars flip in that caution.
Wow. Took a real change in the way that the race was going there with that.
Yeah, we were having a good amount of green flag laps, and, well, recently we started having some more cautions. Just aggressive racing on these restarts, and just a little bit of contact can turn someone around.
Yeah, these boys are sensing that there's some good finishes up front if you can stay there, so they're not wanting to give up much.
I think Jason Warren finally got that damage fixed. We're going to go check it out real quick. Because he had to pit, I believe.
He's going in the pit.
He's going to get it fixed anyways. So unfortunate for Jason Warren. Fights all the way back to the 4th position. And gets turned on lap 76, I believe it was. And he's going to have to fight back. Once again, he's going to have a clean car to do it. But not as much time to do it. He's still going to have around 47, 46 laps to do it, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, he got a 2-tire change, so he should be staying on the lead lap and everything. He should be good.
And Tyler Johnson's still your leader. He was your pole sitter and has been able to keep that spot this entire race. And
Josh Sexton, who wants to get up there and take that lead, though. He's been right there with him the whole race.
Just like that, we're getting ready to go racing once again as the green flag is out, and another good restart from Tyler Johnson. I've said it every single restart that he has a good one, and he just continues to get off really well and not letting Joshua Sexton be able to hold that outside line over him and try to take that lead away. Is Michael swinging that 30 car in the wall? Car behind him Aaron Ward hit the wall, but he's able to keep it straight, and these guys are able to get past him. Eric Lake in the 22 up to the 5th position.
Yeah, it looked like Scotty got into the back of him there.
Wasn't this guy just on his roof?
I think so.
Already up to the 5th position somehow. I think it's just out of how many cars had to pit, because, I mean, he goes from being on his roof to being in the 4th position.
Yeah, Eric's making some good charge now. He had some issues. I think he'd even been down a lap at one point. He must have got a lucky dog.
Yeah, I think he did. Jason Warren with that clean 32 car now in the 8th position. Currently 12 cars on the lead lap. Right now, Tyler Johnson, your leader, and just like it has been all race, Joshua Sexton right behind him, but just not able to do anything with it just yet, as Johnson has been able to protect that spot really well all race.
Eric Lake looked like he was trying to take Josh Oswald on the outside.
Oh, a little bit of contact. I thought they might make contact with that left front and the right rear of Josh Oswald, but they're able to somehow not make contact and keep it straight.
Yeah, it was definitely close.
Yep, and Eric being super aggressive on the outside, just not able to make it stick just yet.
Yeah, the only one that I've really seen make it work on the outside so far was the 2 car. He held it for a long time earlier in the race.
Eric sure trying. Oh, I thought he was going to make...
He's got a good run there.
Yeah, he got a really good run off that turn. I thought he was going to make some contact with the wall, but he didn't, and he was able to get a really good run off. But just not able to make it work just yet. Dives deep into turn.
He drove that one.
Looked like turn. I can't... Oh, in the 86.
He almost had a repeat of what happened earlier. That must have been a deja vu feeling right there.
And Jason Warren making a super high pass. Or past the 86, and he's looking to the back bumper of Scotty Stevens right now for the top 5 position. So Eric Lake going to have to reset and try to, like we mentioned, the groove that you get in, and when something like that happens, it gets you out of your groove, and you got to just focus back up and try to get back into it. He's going to try to catch Josh Oswald back once again.
My question would be, did he burn the tires running up high like that for a while?
Yeah, that's a good question. That definitely can do it. That high line running that aggressively definitely can burn those tires up, and well, he's getting back to the back bumper of the 17 again.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have hurt him.
Speaking of back bumpers, Sexton just all over the back bumper of Tyler Johnson right now, just not able to do anything with it.
He may just be setting him up and riding there until we get a little bit farther along. Although there ain't too much farther along going. We're about 30 laps out from the finish.
Yeah, currently 31 laps out. Tyler Johnson has led every single lap, and he's looking to lead the last 30. Surely it would be a little disappointing if he's not able to keep the lead over the last 30 laps. Little disappointing for him. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed in him.
Yeah, no doubt. Here comes Warren looking to get by Lake now.
Warren able to make that inside stick, and he's going to have to go above a lap car. That was close.
Yeah, Lake gave him enough room so that he could get up there.
Eric Lake trying to use the outside to get back to Josh Oswald. We have the top 5 all within car lengths of each other right now.
Yeah, when I saw those times, man, I knew that it was going to be good. I didn't know Lake would be up there, but that was kind of what I was saying.
Jason
Warren.
Warren.
There might be somebody in back that would surprise us.
Jason Warren contact with Eric, but they're able to keep it straight, and Warren's going to take that 4th position away, and wrecking in front of him. I think that was Lance Swanberg, and they're able to keep it green, and that is unfortunate for Warren. He's going to be trapped down pit road.
Oh, man. I wonder if he'll get a black flag for going in too fast.
Hopefully he didn't, and he'll just have to fight back from that 9th position. Because if so, he's going to go multiple laps down, and he's going to lose at least 3 more positions. But very unfortunate. I mean, it's just been really an unfortunate race all around for that 32 machine. Looks like he didn't get a black flag, so he'll be able to fight back here. But now he's 7 seconds behind our leader, Joshua. Joshua Sexton took the lead away from Tyler Johnson while we were watching that. So.
Oh yeah, I told you he was just sitting back, man. I knew he's fast.
Joshua Sexton to the lead and running away with it. Sorry that was not shown. I was sure that was going to be a wreck, so I was focusing on that. And while that happened, Joshua Sexton goes off and takes the lead with 23 laps to go. That 051 machine looking extremely fast right now.
Yeah, we'll see if Johnson has anything for him. He's running out of time, though. Although Oswald's looking pretty racy, trying to get up there to Johnson.
Yeah, currently Sexton sitting in the 6th position in points. He is 55 points behind Jason Warren, so a win tonight would definitely help in the points, but it's going to be really difficult for him to catch Jason in the points with just 2 races left.
Yeah, that would be really hard. But you never know. I mean, we could have some more problems for the points leader.
Yeah, and the top 3 right now are bumper to bumper right now, as Tyler Johnson's starting to fight back in that 2nd position, trying to go take the lead back away from Joshua Sexton and win the race that he's really dominated. We haven't had that. Oh, and the leader makes contact with Lichtenwater. It looks like we're going to have caution.
Yeah, there's the caution. That's going to put Jason right back into the scheme of this. Lap cars have really played a big issue in this race.
Sexton coming up on the back of Lichtenwater, who was slow out of the exit, and makes contact with him, spinning him into the inside wall, bringing out caution here at South Boston Speedway. 17 laps to go in the Wildfire Photography 125 here in the Thunderstruck Super Series. We mentioned 2 races left after tonight. And even though there's only 2 races left, we will crown the champion, I believe, in 3 weeks' time, 3 or 4 weeks, because of the break that we're going to take for Christmas.
I got to say, South Boston's really put on a great event this time.
Yeah,
these guys up front have been just amazing.
Yeah, when we've had green flag laps, it's been awesome racing. These guys have definitely put on a show when we haven't been under caution. But we mentioned early in the broadcast, that's just something that South Boston can cause, is a lot of cautions, just because of how close quarters it is. And it seems like no matter where you go, you're either catching a lap car or you're trying to catch somebody that you're racing for position, or vice versa. So that can cause for a decent amount of contact.
Yeah, no doubt. And I don't think we're done seeing it yet, because, I mean, it is go time.
Yeah, we're going to restart with under 15 laps to go. And, well, that's going to create quite the scenario here. Eric Lake in that 4th position. We've seen him be fast all night, up 13 spots from his 17th starting position. And you've seen Josh Oswald, Tyler Johnson, Joshua Sexton. All these guys, we've seen them in the top 3 basically this entire race, and we've seen how fast and aggressive they can be. So let's see how much Eric Lake can put his foot into this battle. Important restart coming with 13 laps to go this time by Sexton. A great restart, and Tyler Johnson struggles a little bit there on the restart on the outside. Josh Oswald trying to take that 2nd position away. Side by side going into turn 3 and 4. And Oswald looks like he got loose into the turn. That's going to help Tyler Johnson out of the turn. Oh, and it looks like we might have a spinner behind him. I thought we might have, but Stevens keeps it going. And we are still side by side for 2nd.
Yeah, Sexton's loving that in his rearview mirror.
And Oswald moves up to the 2nd position. He's now going to go try to catch Joshua Sexton for the lead. Coming to 10 laps to go this time by Joshua Sexton a great restart, and that has propelled him to about a 4/10 gap over Josh Oswald.
They're racing hard back in the back.
Eric Lake on the back bumper of Tyler Johnson, trying to use that outside like we've seen him try to use it all night. Not able to do it. Tyler Johnson going to hold on to that third position pretty well. And Josh Oswald, after passing that 5 car, has not really made much ground on Joshua Sexton. He's actually lost ground.
Jason Warren got up to 5th spot and is right on the back bumper of Lake.
You know he wants to see another caution that isn't him.
Yeah, without a doubt. He'd probably like to get 3rd first so that he could be right behind the leader on that start, though.
Yeah, but coming to 7 laps to go. Not much time to do it and not much time for that caution to come out. But with how aggressively they're racing for the 2nd position, it can definitely happen. Tyler Johnson looking back to the inside of Josh Oswald. Not able to do it just yet.
Sexton's about checked out.
Jason Warren on the inside. Oh, and the 86 lane Spawnberg. Slow. They're going to be able to get by him. Eric Lake, that's going to cost him that 4th position. Jason Warren up to the 4th spot with 5 laps to go, but just tick-tock. The time is running out and no caution in sight just yet. As he's coming up to the back bumper of Tyler Johnson now for that 3rd position.
Yeah, it's pretty singled out right at the moment. People are probably prepping to get one more pass in him.
Oh, you see how aggressive on the brakes Jason Warren going into turn 3 is. Trying to get to the back bumper of the 5, and he's going to peek inside. Not going to be able to do it just yet. That 5, Tyler Johnson able to hold him off for now. 3 laps to go here at South Boston Speedway. Oh, in contact for the 2nd position, and I think we're going to have it. Yep. Caution is out, and we are going to get a green, white, checkered, and, well, I'm not sure if they hand out EOLs for causing wrecks, but if they do, that's unfortunate for Warren because that's going to send him to the back.
Yeah, that was something right there.
As come back live here, Jason Warren diving down into turn 1 and just barely comes up into Tyler Johnson. He got loose, it looked like, and when he got loose, he corrected it and came up into the 5 car, causing what could be our last caution of the night. With a green-white checkered coming up, you never know, though.
Yeah, with only 1 green-white checkered, they only get this will be the last one.
Yep, and this is one guy right here that did not want to see that caution.
No, he definitely didn't, because he was running away there at the end. Nobody had anything for him if it stayed green.
I think if he just gets a restart like he did last time, I think he'll be fine. With only 2 laps and how quickly they go by here, 14-second laps. As long as he's able to get a good restart and not spin the tires, I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, I think so too. If he can get that good jump, I don't think there's going to be anything that anybody can do with him.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter how fast Jason Warren is. 28 seconds is not enough time unless that leader messes up on the restart, I don't think, to make a pass for that lead spot. He could prove me wrong, but it just seems a little too difficult to do.
Well, Jason Warren will need to be right on his bumper when it gets going, because he's going to have to overcome Josh Oswald in 2nd before he can even contend for that victory.
Josh Oswald warming those tires up. I believe we'll get the 1 to green this time by. See if we do.
We'll see if Lake has anything to say about it. He's been really good all night. He's definitely the biggest mover. Although Aaron Warren's done really good. Aaron Ward, he's went from 19th to 8th, so he's made some good moves too.
Yeah, you see both sides of that front end are a little crinkled, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how the car comes home, as long as you bring it home in a good, decent position. That's all that matters. Coming to the green-white checker, the last restart of the race. Joshua Sexton, your leader. Josh Oswald there on the outside. Jason Warren on the inside in the second row. A great restart from Joshua Sexton going into turn one. He is clear. Josh Oswald going to be able to keep that second position. Jason Warren into the 17 of Josh Oswald, and that is going to end this race. And
that's
Joshua,
too bad for the 17.
Joshua Sexton going to be the winner of this race, and we're going to quickly try to go find out or see what happened there before the burnouts happen. To the inside, and barely make. I wouldn't say barely, but he barely came up into the left rear of Josh Oswald.
Yeah, 17 looked like he was trying to close the door, and I think he had pretty much had it closed, but came a knocking and knocked him.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Just a little bit of a wiggle from the inside, and that's all it takes to wreck somebody here. Top three is going to be Joshua Sexton, Eric Lake, and Michael Swink. See if we get any burnouts from Joshua here.
Yeah, Sexton had a great car tonight. He raced it masterfully.
Looks like he's just going to keep it parked there. So, oh, nope. As I say it, there he goes. It's going to be hard to do burnouts here. I think he's going to have to do a wall burnout.
Yeah, I ended up doing that in Daytona. I was just go up to the wall and push on it when I won there in the Cup race last week.
Yeah, this track is too skinny to really do burnouts.
Yeah, Daytona's not, but it seemed to be for me that night. Well, now he's got a damaged up car for the picture.
We're going to go ahead and get Sexton in here. Hey, Joshua, you got a copy?
I hear you, Zach.
Hey, well, congratulations on the win tonight. We saw you be patient for a long time tonight in that second position behind Tyler Johnson. Take us through your race.
Yeah, we really didn't have much of a setup before we come in today, and the entire team worked through practice. And actually, it was Tyler Johnson who really kind of figured out the setup before the race, and I used his setup, and man, it was spectacular. The car was perfect from lap 1 to lap 125, and so we dodged some bullets here and there, and gained the lead from Tyler Johnson on sort of an unfortunate incident with a lap car, and I had no choice but to pounce, and luckily we did touch a little bit, me and Tyler did, but luckily we were able to kind of get by clean and just then last the rest of the race. Like I said, the car was unbelievable.
Yeah, you two are teammates for Five Kings. Was that kind of your plan once it was 1-2 for you guys, was to ride through the race and then battle at the end, or were you guys just so even that it was hard to get to him?
Yeah, well, our plan was, especially when we were 1 and 2, me and him were both taking it pretty easy, saving our tires. In reality, it seems like with this track, is the easier you tend to take it, the faster you are. So it actually, we were saving our tires, but yet we were just getting faster and faster. So it's pretty cool.
You got something for him, Paisley?
Yeah, Josh, I want to say congratulations, man. That was awesome watching you race tonight. I was thinking when you were sitting there in second that you had something for the leader, and you were just kind of biding your time. Is that kind of what you were doing, just waiting for him to slip up a little bit before you got up there?
Yeah, we were so even that I knew it was going to, either take a mistake by him or even possibly having to do a bump and run in order for me to get past him. I think once I got past him, it showed that I was a little bit faster than him. So luckily, we were able to had that mistake made and pounced on it, and then the car was just so good that it was easy to jump out to a good start on the restarts and then maintain a pretty good gap.
Yeah, that last caution, I'm sure you didn't think you needed that at all. But the way you were getting the jump on the start, I was pretty sure you're going to be able to hang on. So, were you hating the idea of that caution on the last one?
Oh, absolutely. I was really, really nervous. I was very, very excited, and right leading up to that caution, I had started to create a really good gap. So I was starting to calm down, but then that brought the nerves right back when the caution came out. But again, I knew I just had to make sure I didn't spin my tires and control the restart, and that we would end up good, and everything turned out good.
Well, great. Congratulations, man.
Very much. Thank you guys for broadcasting. You got to do a great job, and the league as well.
All right. Well, congratulations on your win, man, and looking forward to seeing you next week at Nashville.
Yes, sir. We'll get it ready then. See if we can't get another really good finish.
All right. Have a good night, Joshua. All right. That was your winner, Joshua Sexton. We're going to go ahead now and get Eric Lake in here.
Seems like a really good guy.
Except I'm not sure if he's in the Discord. Let me know if I'm missing him, but I don't think I see him.
Yeah, I don't see Josh in there either.
See if we can't.
I think he was kind of upsetting himself. He got into people at the end. I see Jason Warren.
Yeah, we're doing the top three. I think Swink is in here, so we'll give Eric a chance to hop in the Discord, and while we do, we'll get Michael Swink in here. Hey, Michael, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, well, congratulations on your third place finish. That last restart, definitely a lot of mayhem there up front in the second position, helping you get to that third position. Take us through your race.
Pretty long race. I think I got third, but okay, I'll take it. It's showing I got seventh, but all
Oh,
right.
really?
Yeah, it was a little confusing there at the end. I'm not sure with the green, white, checkered, and the white. I don't know what happened, but yeah, pretty long race. I'm just if I got third, that's cool.
Here, I'm gonna pull up the results real quick and see.
Yeah, I'm seeing him in seventh.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, my racing lifetiming showing you third. Well, hey,
Yeah.
we got you
Hey.
here right now, so we're
Yeah.
gonna talk to you anyways. With your building a setup throughout the week, how difficult was it to build a setup for this track?
It was pretty difficult. Track is really tight in the center of the corners. But I was able to get pretty quick, and then the iRacing update kind of threw a wrench in a little bit of plans, but not too much. And the guys provided a pretty good setup from company, so I mean it seemed to work pretty good. I tweaked it a little bit for my liking, and if I was able to finish third or seventh or wherever, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it shows seventh when I pull it up on my stream. For some reason, iRacing live timing showed third. So we're moved to Nashville next week. You looking forward to that track?
Yeah, a little bit bigger track. I like those bigger tracks. The Charlotte was pretty good, and Nashville will be all right. I think it's a little rough around the bottom, but we'll make it happen.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. I apologize about that, but great race and looking forward to seeing you next week.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll go ahead and get second place in here. I'm glad y'all told me that because my results in iRacing live timing were jumbled up. I guess we're gonna
It's
go
that
ahead
darn technology.
and we're gonna go ahead and get Jason Warren in here. Hey, Jason, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Well, it was showing Michael Swink top three. That's why I didn't pull you in here before, and then I showed him seventh. So apologize about that. But you get a second place finish. Kind of a rough race all around. But you're able to eventually finish second. Take us through your race.
We had a really fast car. Kind of got turned a couple of times. Had to drive from the back a couple of times. Accidentally got into Tyler Johnson. I don't know if it's net code or if I the Oswald on the green white checker. I got down on the apron and got a little loose or whatever, but overall just happy to actually finish the race, to be honest.
Yeah, so this track, even though this series runs at a lot of short tracks, it doesn't get much shorter than this one at zero point 0.3 miles. So is it different building a setup for a track even shorter than a half a mile, or is it kind of similar?
It's kind of similar to a track like this when it's so narrow and short. It just basically comes down to braking points and rolling the corner and trying to accelerate off without obviously getting loose and spinning. Um, so it's a pretty damn difficult track to drive.
So I think you added on to your points lead. I believe you did going into next week at Nashville. What do you think about Nashville?
I'm pretty good at Nashville. I'll probably go back and watch the replay of this, and I think I'm not, I don't think I was supposed to finish second. I think other people were supposed to finish second and third or whatnot, and try to adjust points on that. But yeah, as far as Nashville, we should be pretty strong there.
All right, anything for him, Paisley?
Yeah. Hey, Jason, Jeff Paisley here. How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing, man?
Doing good. You passed me last week for second spot, and you got second spot here. So you're podium guy all the time, it seems like, in these cars, huh?
Ought to be anyway.
Well, it was a pleasure watching you. I know you had fallen back a couple of times, and you were just masterful getting back through the field. I know that you kind of had some incidences, during the race towards the end. But if you stay in that second position, you're definitely going to get up there with that points lead.
We got a pretty good points gap right now. I think only 2 races to go before we start on season 2. So assuming my internet connection doesn't go out or something terrible happens, I should be all right in regards to that.
Well, it was great watching you race tonight, man, and I look forward to seeing you racing some more.
All right, I'll see you guys, I guess, sometime this weekend in the Original Rebels Racing League.
Yep. Nice job on your win, and looking forward to seeing you next week.
See ya.
Or not win, second. Sorry. Brain fart.
Hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I've had a lot of brain farts tonight. The intro of the race, a lot. So I'm going to try to move on from this and forget about it. So it looks like Riley Duncan isn't in Discord.
Yeah, I'm not saving them in there.
So I guess we'll end it off there. Seems like most people have left the Discord, so that was 125 laps here at South Boston Speedway. Jeff, any last takeaways from this race?
It was a really enjoyable race to watch. These guys were really racing hard up front. There was some lapped cars they had to get around, which was obviously a big challenge tonight. But it was just an amazing race. I'm glad that I got to be a part of this. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun watching, a lot of fun broadcasting with you, a lot of fun watching this race. Some great racing tonight. Scroll through your results here real quick. Only 20 cars tonight. Well, I guess only about 17 raced, some decent amount of laps. Dave Woodstruck parked it after about, looks like 15 or so, 10 or 15 laps. But with a track like this, 10, 15 cars will be enough for a good race here with how small the track is. And
Yeah, no doubt.
these guys are definitely looking forward to going away from this track. We'll go ahead and pull up your championship standings, and then we'll talk a little bit more about this league, the schedule, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here. Jason Warren, if the standings do stay the same, he mentioned that it might get jostled around a little bit, has a nice points lead over Josh Oswald. Now it was 26 coming into the weekend, now 29 it looks like. So definitely sitting comfortably, and like he said, as long as something horrible doesn't go wrong, he feels like he should win it. And I could feel the same. Even with a race like tonight, he finishes second, which is pretty impressive. So the top 4 stay the same. You see Joshua Sexton and Mickey Isaac move up a couple positions, along with Lichtenwalder. A lot of people moving up a couple positions throughout the standings.
Yeah, it looks like there was quite a few of them. There's a few that dropped a little bit. I guess Fry Hubbard didn't show tonight, so he dropped 7 positions in his race for the championship tonight.
Yep, so those are your championship standings heading into next week at Nashville Fairgrounds. Pull up your schedule one more time. Tonight, Nashville Fairgrounds, 125 laps next week, and then we take a week off for Christmas, and we'll be back to crown a champion at Dover International Speedway. 75 laps around that mile length. It's a mile, but it's still a tough track. It's longer than, these half miles or, quarter miles, but it's still a very tough track, and it's going to be definitely a track that these guys are going to need to practice throughout the week in order to be ready for that championship weekend. And then we'll go ahead real quick and talk to you guys about what Jason mentioned, the Original Rebels Racing League. The Thunderstruck Super Series is the sister league to Original Rebels Racing League. As you see, 4 series there. Sunday Night Truck Series, that is running their second week of Season 2 this Sunday at Atlanta. That is brought to you by Intensity Broadcasting, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. The Friday Night Extreme Xfinity Series coming to you tomorrow night from Watkins Glen, so that's going to be an interesting one. 25 laps. It was 40, but it's been changed to 25 laps around that tricky road course. Brought to you
Probably
by...
a good idea.
Yeah, probably a good idea. They should make it on fuel now instead of having to do a pit stop. The Saturday Night Send It Cup Series this weekend at Atlanta. That season, or that series on its second season and the second week. And then the Tuesday Night Dirt Invader Series, those brought to you by Alex Veith on the Rebels Racing Network. The Cup Series and the Dirt Invader Series, and I believe tonight's series, Thunderstruck Super Series, are still recruiting. So if you are interested, definitely look those 2 up on iRacing. Extreme Xfinity Series and Sunday Night Truck Series are full. So yeah, again, if you're interested, definitely look it up on iRacing. Paisley, any last words about tonight's race or, the future races?
Oh, well, it was just an amazing race. It was great. These guys really went at it. I had fun with you, Zach. I look forward to doing it again with you sometime.
Yeah, looking forward to that. So, that was, again, 125 laps here at South Boston Speedway. Joshua Sexton, your winner. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night for Watkins Glen. And for tonight, have a good night. This was Zach Wetstein and Jeff Paisley in the booth. You guys have a good night.